Welcome to Deadstocktalk, the podcast for sneaker enthusiasts and collectors. On this show, we'll be discussing all things sneaker culture, including the latest releases, the hottest trends, and the greatest finds of the sneaker world.
Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting off, we got something for everyone. So join us as we dive into the exciting world of sneakers and the culture surrounding it. And as we talk about our journey and how we navigate and took our passion from sneakers and turned it into something more.
Absolutely. Welcome to episode 3 of Deadstocktalk. Migz, how are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. It's
Sweet.
been a long time coming.
Yeah. We definitely took a small pause.
Yeah.
Holidays, life, stuff like that. Definitely, it jumps in the way sometimes, but as we know, you just got to stay consistent with some things. And this is something that we definitely have to.
Exactly. And we're working behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Upgrading the space. There's a different setup, new cameras, better lighting.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we were doing improvements while we were away. We weren't just away.
Yeah. Sitting on the couch eating Cheetos, right?
Exactly.
Awesome.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Absolutely. To
And
our
tell
YouTube.
your friends.
Yeah. Tell your friends, right?
Right.
Absolutely. So, Migz, how about we just recap kind of, I know it's been some time, so maybe
November and December were heavy on releases. Yeah. There was so many drops.
It's that time of the year, right?
Yeah, it's that holiday rush.
Yeah, man.
Q4, they got to make their quota.
Yeah, 100%. How's business going?
Business is going well.
Yeah.
I had a lot of sales, a lot of sneakers that I was able to secure this month.
Nice.
And last month.
Sweet. What was like the average per week for like the last 2 months for you?
Average sales, I was probably moving somewhere between 15, 20 shoes a week.
Yeah, man, I think that's like, if you're doing it consistent,
right.
like around this time, everybody knows the deal, right?
Exactly.
So I was around the same thing. I was probably doing about 10 to 15 a week. Yeah. Super exciting though.
It is.
Yeah,
and it's just fun. It's fun.
Yeah. It's literally like, I love doing it. Out of every other stream of income I have, this is the most enjoyable to me, because it's just like, it's been decades of me just being in tune with the culture, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I like selling to my recurring customers and just catching up with them.
Yeah.
And they show love and I show them love, and it goes both ways. And I like also meeting new people.
Yeah, definitely. Because then you see like who you're adding to your like repertoire of like of your network, right? Because you being known as like the sneaker person, you're really valuable, right? Like
exactly.
like
everyone
if you
comes to me.
Yeah, exactly.
I have family, friends, strangers.
Absolutely.
Can you get me this? Can you get me that? Can you find this? I need this. Sign me up.
Yeah, exactly, right. Yeah, no, and it's dope too, because when you're that person, you capitalize on it, right? As you're just saying, right? So it's like the natural universe kind of just like throws you referrals, and like just if you're just not doing bad business, it comes back to you full circle. But
exactly, you have to be legit, honest, and you have to be reasonable. You can't just come over here and whack people over the head.
Yeah,
but you still got to make your money.
Absolutely.
Just don't exploit people.
There's a difference,
right?
Yeah, there's definitely a difference, and you need to know like when that difference is. Right. When, different people, customers.
Customers.
Yeah.
If someone buys 5 shoes from you every week, you want to take care of them, give them a nicer price since they're always coming to you.
Correct.
But if it's just that one random person pain in the butt, I want the sneaker. The shoe came out 10 seconds ago.
I want it in my hand.
I get it in my hand.
I want it in my hand. Right at 10 o'clock.
At 10:01, unacceptable.
And I want it for $40 less than what it goes for. Like,
exactly.
No, that's not how that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are all the traits that you have to have when it comes to this industry, man. Otherwise, like, it's gonna be tough, to you to be profitable in any way.
Exactly.
Sweet.
So let's just get right into this week's episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
You ready?
I'm ready,
There's
man.
a lot to cover.
Yeah,
there's a whole month and a half of sneaker releases
to catch up on.
We
absolutely.
have to catch up on.
100%. You want to start it off?
Yeah. Let's just start off with the latest, the Travis Scott's
Oh, right into it, huh?
Right into it.
Right into it. Okay.
The Black Phantom lows.
Sweet.
How do you make out?
Transparency, man. I didn't even attempt to get those.
You just said, I'm
Yeah.
out. I'm gonna sit this one.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was just honestly timing.
Yeah.
Just I had too many other things going on at the same time, and I just literally couldn't prep for it in time. Have people hit me up for it? Yeah. Am I in like the middle of securing some of those pairs to some people? It's looking like that for sure. But personally, I didn't touch, and
Right.
that's gonna happen, right?
Right, of course.
For you, yeah. Go ahead.
60,000 pairs in total, I believe, was the stock number.
Yeah.
And maybe half of America was going for them.
Correct. Yeah, right. Like literally multiple million dollar, multiple millions of people were going for it. So it's understandable, right? But always throw your hat in the ring, right?
Right.
That's a big lesson that you can throw out because, I mean, you never know if you're going to hit or not. If it's sneakers, you just never know. Like,
you never know.
Yeah. And that's the great thing about this. Like, you could
plan all you want, and if you're not lucky,
just go the opposite
you're
way.
just gonna take the L.
And you're gonna be in the negative. You're gonna waste money, right? If you had
money,
proxies,
if you paid for bots, if you bought
AOC,
accounts.
I mean ATC
well,
account.
AOC, it's only if they're successful.
If there's success, yeah. Oh, that's true. My bad. Yeah. But I mean, if they're on the flip side, they're still using their funds,
right? They're using
so
their
it's like,
funds, and if they flopped,
that's on them. They eat that cost. Yeah, exactly. But so yeah, I mean, I personally didn't didn't really kind of go after them, but I always have late people to the party, and they're like, a week later, like, right. Hey, I need this shoe. Yeah.
Personally, I didn't hit.
Okay.
But I have the opportunity to middleman a couple pairs.
Sweet. That's always a good time.
I'm working with two guys. They hit. One hit 3, one hit 5. So I have about 8 pairs to work with. Yeah,
that's great. And that actually reminds me about a conversation we're having off air about how we were essentially thinking about partnering and like capitalizing on middlemaning, right? Which is basically wholesaling, right?
Exactly.
So if you want to tie it into another industry, in real estate, people that wholesale are literally like, it's the buck starts with them, right? It's a little bit different in the terms of kind of how you're saying it, where you're like the middleman. So you're basically, well, I mean, not necessarily. Honestly, the person that's hitting retail is low-key the wholesaler.
Right.
Yeah, that's dope. That's the opportunity, right? That's literally like free money. It's just utilizing your network.
I just got to find some of the people in my network that want the shoe and connect them with the seller and take a cut.
And that's it. Exactly. Keep it moving, right?
I put no money down.
No risk.
I just made a post on Instagram, put it to my customers, and went from there.
Easy money.
Exactly.
Sweet. All right, so the next one we have is the Nike Dunk Low Foam Finger.
That shoe was funny.
Yeah?
I didn't go for it.
Yeah, neither did I.
I don't know if it flopped or not.
Yeah, I was not following that one much.
I wasn't following it.
Yeah, definitely.
I wanted to say it flopped.
I don't know. I guess that's some research for us to figure out afterwards, right? All right. I know this was low-key your favorite one.
This is my favorite one, and it hurt my soul that I didn't cop.
Oh, an L, man. It's tough.
I took an L, but I had the opportunity to get them.
Yeah?
From a sneaker store in the UK. But the only deterrent was it was $50 shipping. And in retrospective, the shoe was $180 plus $50, so I would have been in the $230 ballpark.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. It's not out of the ordinary.
It's not like you're paying $300 or $400.
Right. That's what a pair of Yeezy costs.
Yeah, naturally.
Just the process to secure them. That sneaker store in the UK, they're really against reselling. So they do
like
funny things.
Like many of them.
Yeah, they do funny things with the shoes that you order.
Really?
Yeah, like they'll ship the shoes in a plastic bag, or they won't give you the box. And I've seen videos of people buying in store where
they're like,
where they make you wear the shoes out the store.
All right, so this is what I got to say about that. All right, so first of all, the sneaker reselling culture is necessary. Exactly. It's not optional, right? I think we've all kind of come to the conclusion that reselling is going to happen no matter what. I hate to compare it to this, but we're indestructible and we're like cockroaches. Right? Like,
Exactly. They'll find a way to
no,
move to
yeah,
something
dude,
new.
there's no way of getting around it. So for retail stores to step into a light where they're not necessarily obligated to be,
Right.
in my opinion, it's overstepping and it's overreaching, and it's like, listen,
Right. You're making your money.
yeah,
Just let it go.
and you are technically a reseller too.
Right.
Retail store, listen,
Retail stores are getting them 30-40% under MSRP.
yep, they're
and
taking their
They're
cut
taking their cut.
and they're calling it a day. So how does that affect you if the person you're selling it to, the person that's giving you that profit, how does it affect you what they do with that sneaker?
Right.
And it's not,
doesn't.
yeah, exactly.
It
This
doesn't.
this concept always blew my mind, and I would love to talk about it more, but I know we got a lot to cover,
All right.
and we'll definitely jump into that on another episode.
Definitely. But yeah, the Adidas Form Low Cloud White. That was the last pair of the collaboration.
Yeah,
Bad Bunny, oh man, highest grossing
tour, right? Yeah, guys,
ever, almost $500 million.
it was half a B.
It was
Oh, man.
450 million.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
That's insane.
Yeah,
So he's going on a hiatus. He's gonna take some time off. He did his last run of tours and he dropped his last sneaker, and who knows what he's gonna get into
he's
now.
probably gonna go MIA for like a half a year to
Yeah.
a year before we hear from that guy again.
Right.
Understandably so.
I did watch Bullet Train, which featured him in it. Everyone called it the Bad Bunny movie. He was in it
Yeah, that's exactly
maybe
what it's
8
called.
minutes.
Yeah.
But it was a good movie. I
A
recommend.
spoiler, if anybody hasn't watched the movie, maybe we shouldn't spoil it for him. Never
Let's
mind.
not spoil it. Watch the movie Bullet
Watch it.
Train.
It was a good. It was entertaining.
good.
It was,
It was good.
very extravagant.
Right.
A lot of stuff going on, but I enjoyed it for the most part.
Likewise.
Definitely. All right, so next we got obviously.
Your favorite?
Yeah. Wait. I want to hear from you. Which one do you think it is?
The Jordan 11s.
Oh yes, there we go. All right,
The
yeah,
cherries.
man. You know me. You know me.
You've talked about this the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, no, man. It's as y'all can see, it's right behind me. You can make money on this sneaker.
So much.
You can make money on the sneaker. Okay, so is it going to be $700 per pair? Absolutely not. Is it going to be $80 per pair? Well, it depends where you're selling it.
Right.
I would say you are guaranteed, if you secure the shoe for retail, you're almost guaranteed at least $30, maybe 40, depending on where you're selling it.
And that's on the low end.
Yeah, and that's on the low end. I was just about to say that.
You could easily move the men pairs 320 plus.
Yeah.
Which would put you $95 profit.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So now a picture, if you had 10 pairs, that's $1,000 right there.
Exactly.
Right. So it's people think just because on StockX that it's going for 270, 260, and then after fees you're making, I don't know, you're cashing out 230. They think that it's a complete brick.
Right.
That is not the case.
Because they have no customers.
No, you have to have a customer
get some
base.
customers. Get
Yep.
people to sell to.
Go and find it. Let's help them out.
Okay.
Let's help them out. Let's give some sauce. Let's give a little
Yeah,
super sauce.
I-
You know what I mean? Just a little sprinkle, right?
Someone actually asked me this.
What?
I posted a couple shoes on Facebook, and someone DM'd me. Give me some free game on sneakers. So let's give you some free game.
Let's give them
We'll
some
send
free
them the
game.
link to this episode.
Let's do it.
Let's
Let's
go.
do it. I'll go first. All right. So listen, if you need to get some customers, here's something that somebody that I personally have done multiple times, and it's a great way to network with sellers and buyers, right? Not only because customers on both are both sides of it, right?
Right.
You are the middleman. Like you were just saying, you're utilizing your network with those phantoms to break off bread, right? To
Right.
break off and get a piece. So what you're gonna do is on significant release days. Actually, I'm gonna take a step back. On any release day, I would say, go to retailers, go to a retail store, go to a Foot Locker, go to a Champs, go to a Finish Line, go to these stores, and do what? Talk to people.
See what they want.
See what they want. Customers, those are your customers. That's it. That's a really crazy thing about sneaker reselling is that there's so many retail stores that your customers are in.
Right.
It's up to you to network with these
And
individuals.
connect with them.
Another big thing that you can do to make customers, get an authentic, genuine business card.
Right.
Do not
go to
skimp on-
Vistaprint.
Yeah, yeah. I
They're-
mean, you could. Hey, listen, I'm not gonna fry Vistaprint because I use them, but I do the the 2 steps up.
Yeah,
you know
the
what I
two
mean?
steps up. Don't get the basic.
Don't get the
Get the thicker stock.
Yes.
The premium print.
rounded corners.
Rounded
Everybody loves my
corners.
rounded corners on my business card. I get a glossy finish.
Yep.
My business cards are literally indestructible. Like,
Yeah.
I've washed them so many times and they're still good. But
That's good.
those are 2 tips from my side that would really help you out. And what you're going to do with that business card is you're going to, again, being a genuine, authentic person, you're going to go to these retailers while these people are there stressing out how they're going to get their loved one their shoes, right? You approach them. Don't even talk about buying or selling a sneaker right off the rip, right? Literally just talk to them, ease your way into it, blah, 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 this, that. Oh, I noticed that you came here for the release. Just to give you a heads up, I'm actually somebody that secures multiple pairs every release day.
Right.
If you ever need some help, reach out to me. It's literally that
That's all you gotta
easy.
say.
It's that easy. And guess what? They come to you in the time of need. Go ahead, Migz. Throw them a bone. Tell them a tip.
Following that, make an Instagram page.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put quality content on it.
Yeah,
Take nice photos of your sneakers.
correct.
I must admit, I've gotten lazy.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I haven't had the time and the space to take really nice photos.
Yeah.
And most of the shoes I get, they're already sold before I get to
Correct.
post them.
But that's because you have a client base, right?
I have a client base.
All right, because you grind until you get the client base, and then when you get the client base, you have to maintain them, and posting is part of maintaining it.
Right.
But it's not like it's not like your first year in, right? You're not
Exactly.
trying
It's
to
not
show
my first
people
year.
how authentic
You're
you
not
are.
gonna make $1 million your first week.
Nope. No, man. To build off of what you said too, good genuine photos. This is coming from Cream Kicks, who's another
His
reseller.
photos are amazing.
Yeah, and the reason why is because he utilizes his knowledge of just the iPhone,
Right.
right? So I've noticed that
iPhones have spectacular cameras.
it's amazing cameras, right? And it's something that Apple actually offers is how to utilize their products.
Right.
So if you have no idea how to utilize your iPhone, obviously we all know how to do it on the day-to-day. Go to the in-person Apple classes. They host them multiple times a month. They'll show you how to take those fire photos.
Right.
So free game. What's our next shoe, brother?
Our next shoe, the Dunk Low Terry swoosh. That was the one that had like the rug material on the swoosh.
I'm spacing right now. I kind of don't know what it looks like off the top of my head, but
They were funky.
Yeah.
I didn't go for them.
I
didn't
probably
pay
would
too
end up
much.
liking them. I love like weird corduroy patterns and stuff.
Yeah, they were definitely a weird shoe. They were like a shaggy rug type material.
Oh man, sweet. Forest greens, yeah. The cactus plant, flea
Them
markets.
shoes are disgusting. Ugly. If I see someone, you know what, wearing it looks like they're wearing sod. That shoe looks like sod on your feet.
Yeah.
Like just grass and dirt.
I was just gonna say I saw people having photos and videos of them shaving them literally like a dog. So
I didn't go for that shoe.
neither did I.
I know it was going for a lot of money at one point, but then
Yeah.
it tanked. I don't know what it's going for now.
Mm-hmm.
I had no interest in. I don't have a client base.
I was just
that
gonna say
wanted
that. I was just gonna say that. My clients are OGs.
Yeah.
I'm more my client base, I would say kind of like this is like a 75-25, more so of like just OG collectors that just
Right.
can't get their hands on them. So, and the other 25 are just like, yeah, I need that Travis Scott ASAP, please.
Right.
Yeah. So
This one was nice. I actually ended up grabbing it manually. It
Yeah.
was the SoFly Air Jordan 13.
oh, okay, yeah, no, I like
Those-
it's a cool
I
like a
the
cool
box,
colorway.
the packaging. I just sold it last night. I would have brought it in.
Yeah.
I have some photos. I'll throw up here somewhere.
Yeah, over here.
Yeah, imaginary
Yeah, right.
photos.
That's dope.
But that shoe was great.
Yeah?
How the quality is insane. It's,
Yeah.
It has like that material on the Sail 4s, the off-white Sail 4s.
Ooh, okay,
like that
okay.
Mesh.
Love that.
Yeah.
I love that
I
material.
don't know if it's a tearaway. It could be. I haven't seen any photos, but it feels like there's a pattern under the mesh.
Yeah, I mean, so usually on 13s, they usually like to put leather on the toe box and also on that like button pattern.
Yeah.
So where's it like? Where would it be? Would it be on the toe box?
It'll
or
be
on
like on the toe box. The toe box is that
Yeah?
mesh.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, I guess you can do that
You
because it's
could.
like a blank. You know what I mean? It's not like you're tearing away that button. You know that pattern on the sides.
Right.
I'm gonna jump up over here real quick and talk about this classic one that just released. That's a massive hit. If you got your hands on this shoe for retail, you are sitting on a good $200 to maybe $300 in like profit. I think you already know which one I'm talking about.
I don't know.
It's classic.
Are you talking about?
Just came out. It's sitting right over there. the Chicago Lost and Founds. Yeah, man.
I figured it was that.
Yeah.
I was thinking that, but I was also thinking of something else that we'll get to later on.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so if you copped it, so first of all, this release was a great entry point into sneaker reselling, right? Like if it was your first time, like ever, and you were like
walk away, making money.
Correct. Yeah, you had a high percentage of like actually hitting on the shoe because there were
so many.
It was like 1 million or something like that.
I think that was a rumor. I don't think there was 1 million pairs.
Yeah, it was probably 500K.
Yeah, probably 500.
Great. So usually, for those who don't know, anything over like 300K in release in stock is like a high yield release.
Right.
They don't typically like to do like those massive produced releases until it's like the end of the year because they know they need to pump their numbers because there's so many people that are trying to get them. So this time of the year is the best year to actually start getting into it. You hit for it, you got you secured it for 180, you resell it for let's say 450, you got 250 in the bank, 260 in the bank.
Exactly.
Right?
And they're going for even more.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later on.
Yeah.
But that shoe, it was expected to be easy to get, but it came with some challenge.
It did.
How did you make out?
I did pretty good. I secured all my pre-orders.
Nice.
So I had a solid amount of pre-orders because, like I said, this is one of the biggest releases of 2022. Besides, the Cherry 11s, right? These ones are definitely a little more hyped, obviously, because it's an OG colorway with a small, cool twist on it. I literally just watched Kevin Hart last night. He was over at Foxwoods in Connecticut. He had them on his feet. He was a little guy. He had 7Y, but
7Y. Hey, listen.
but yeah,
I'm not too far behind. 7.5 men.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, it's funny to it doesn't matter who you are.
Everyone
loved that shoe. Everybody wanted that shoe. So yeah, take that 250 that you got. You probably sold it for around the 450 mark.
Yeah.
Take that profit. Guess what? Take that 450. Try to get 2 more shoes at retail, and guess what? That's where the snowball starts building, right?
Right.
And then you sell those 2 shoes, rotate it back in, rinse, recycle, repeat. There's been multiple times in my business personally where I've liquidated basically everything
and just bought stuff from
like moved it into other investments and things like that, and then just literally started again.
Right.
So that's a cool thing about sneaker reselling. It's such a good
it's
thing.
been a long time where I've actually put my own personal capital into sneakers. It's just rinse and repeat.
It is. It's a great business model.
Right.
It's a way to get high yield capital, like a way to get a lot of capital, very fast.
Another free game tip:
What's
get
that?
yourself a good card,
credit cards.
Get yourself a good business credit card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, for sure. That's a good one too.
Yeah. If you have decent credit
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have the capital, get yourself a credit card. That way you don't have to come out of pocket. Just make sure to pay it.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You
don't get yourself into debt.
That's
don't hold on a shoe on a credit card. That's more for your quick flips. Make your $20-$30.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would actually advise if you are gonna hold something on your credit card,
get a credit card with no interest for like a year.
Yeah, so that's I wasn't even thinking about that. That's a solid one. I was gonna say if you're gonna do something like that, if it's like you literally don't have the capital, but you know you have the opportunity and you're going to hit on this high yielding shoe similar to like this Jordan 1 where you get it for 180 and you're selling it for 250, just get it however way you can, right? Because the outcome is going to be so worth it. So something like that, I would say, if you absolutely have to, then do what you got to do.
Right.
And then to jump back again too, make sure you have an entity, whether it's a sole prop, whether it's a LLC, whatever it is, go legitimate.
Yeah.
Go legitimate. And like it really, I mean,
You don't want Uncle Sam knocking at your door.
yeah, that's not something you really want.
Especially now, $600 is the threshold.
Yeah, which is crazy. So it's like you literally sell 2 to 3 shoes and you're there. So you might as well just be legitimate at this point, in my opinion. But it also depends on what
Your circumstances and your end goals. And,
correct. Yeah.
right.
Like for me, it would have been counterproductive for me not to claim the income on my sneaker business that I started a few years ago.
Exactly.
Sweet. Any other you want to hit on the previous recap?
Yeah. Just let's go through them quickly. The Ma Maniére 4s, the Violet Ors.
Fire.
This is my favorite shoe. I'm keeping this shoe.
Yeah, that's you?
I try to sell it.
That's you?
That's me.
That's your size?
That's my size.
My guy.
I try to sell it. The person that wanted it, they were bugging me almost every day. They came, they tried them on, and they're like, it's a little bit too tight. I'm like, all right, that's fine.
See ya.
See ya. I ended up with, this was such a limited release. Let's talk about the release. This release
very limited.
Was unique because to get it through the Ma Maniére website,
yeah,
you had to create a couple-minute video talking about something in your community that you want changed.
Holy shit, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you had to submit on Twitter or Instagram your video talking about an issue in your community, and then they were going through watching videos, and I don't know what was the selection process. But
yeah.
that's how the initial release went.
Wow.
Then it dropped first come first serve on their website.
I saw that.
I also hit manually somehow. I got in and I saw the countdown. It's at less than 1 minute to check out. I'm like, oh, that's golden. I'm gonna get these. And then I also hit a couple pairs on sneakers.
Sweet.
A few weeks later when they came out on sneakers.
Nice.
I think I ended up with anywhere, I think it was like 5 or 6 pairs.
That's a solid amount.
Yeah.
That's
and
a solid
the shoe
amount.
was, I want to say it was 220, 225.
And reselling for 4 or 5.
450,
Yeah,
500. I sold them for 500.
Sweet.
Walked away.
Rinse, recycle, repeat.
Exactly.
Right. Love that. Love that. Love that. Yeah, no, that shoe is definitely in the running for shoe of the year.
Yeah. I think that's probably the last worthwhile mentioning.
Yeah,
shoe.
yeah, absolutely. For the last recap of the last month, and you know,
everything else was we had the Eastside Golf Jordan 12s. I had 2 pairs. That shoe was very unique.
Yeah,
it came with the Eastside Golf branding.
Dope.
And it's a guy golfing, and he has like a gold Cuban chain. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that's very dope. It's not like typical.
Right. It was a Jordan brand or a different.
Golfer. That's pretty dope.
I like that. And then that's about it. We had the Adidas Form Grinches.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go for them.
Neither
They're very cool shoe, but an all green Grinch colored shoe, not for me.
I mean, maybe the Kobe's. I would definitely rock the Kobe's, but that might be it when it comes to the Grinch, like green color sneakers.
Yeah. The Kobe's are nice.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Every time you flip on like an NBA game, you see at least one person wearing them, like in the game, because it's like it's just a fire shoe.
And then there was the Home Alone Pigeon Lady Adidas Forms.
Wow,
that was cool. That was the second time they collaborate. They made one for Home Alone 1, and then this pair was for Home Alone 2.
Nice.
And it was a gray shoe, and it had a pigeon on the heel, and
dope.
It was good details on it.
Sweet. I definitely have to check in and see what that looks like, because that one missed me, right?
Yeah.
We talk about all the time how there's so many releases.
You got to stay on top of them.
Yeah, dude. It's literally like it's pretty overwhelming at times. Yeah. And most of the time, I'm hunting and I'm chasing shoes that my customers have interests in, right?
Right.
So unless if there's like a great opportunity similar to, you know, like a sleeper shoe or something like that, something like something that will have a great resale value, but personally your customers don't have like an interest in it, so you don't really have to secure it. Still go for it, obviously, so you can, because you never know, and hit it, take the profits and roll it over, right?
Exactly.
You want to know what's a super sleeper shoe that I just checked in on?
Which shoe?
On this morning I checked in on it because I personally wanted it because I knew what was going to happen with this. Onyx 350.
Oh my god,
guy. Oh, I'm so mad at myself.
I had so many of those. I think I had like 20 pairs sitting in my in my living room.
And that's how it goes, man. Tip number whatever we're on. An all solid color Yeezy does not fail.
Especially now that they're never gonna make them.
They're never gonna make them. They're probably not gonna come out with another black Yeezy again.
Right.
Maybe Adidas non-Yeezy, but that's
knockoff
Yeezy. That's a different conversation. But essentially, let's dive into it real quick. Those shoes came out essentially they came out March of this year. Essentially, they were hovering right above retail, or right above, retail was $220. They were hovering at like $250 for probably 4 months. And then guess what happens? The end of the summer happens, and they jump up to like $400 to $500.
Exactly.
And I've done this before. I called the mono cinders. Right. No, not the mono cinders, the regular cinders.
Oh my god, the regular cinders, the reflective and non-reflective.
Yeah, just the regular
ones.
They're
going for like 500.
Correct.
I was just looking at them earlier this week.
So they released, this was like crap a year ago. They released same deal, man. People were literally like $20, $30 over the retail price. I was buying them all at like $270, all at $280. I probably got 15 pairs of them, and I was paying resale at the time. I know I've told you this story multiple times though, right? And I sent them all to consignment in a store that's in Las Vegas. And
Necessities.
That would be the one. Yep. And essentially they all sold between $400 to $550.
That's all day.
And I remember getting the checks like over, like I was like, guy, I was like, what? This is crazy, right?
That's like the Cloud Whites.
Another one. They
were going for 300, and then Adidas said, we're gonna mass produce this shoe. They put out like 1 million pairs. It sat on the website for like a week. I think I had like 50 pairs of them.
Yeah. It's the one with the blue tint on it, right?
No, this was the first white pair.
Okay.
What were not the Cloud. The Cloud have
a little blue tint, yeah.
The triple white, the creams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that the first 350 V2?
It was probably one of the first ones they mass produced. Yeah.
Like one of the first 5 350 V2s, and there was so many pairs produced. They were sitting. They were going for retail for a long time.
Absolutely.
And I have a pair in my closet because I ended up with two personal.
Nice.
And I was looking at the price. They're going for $600.
Easily. It's like, it's sick, man. You throw that on any website, any place to sell a sneaker, you're going to get somebody that wants it for at least the 550 mark. They might lowball you, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's another tactic you can use too. Is let's say the retail all-in price, market resale of a shoe is like at that $600 mark.
You just
come down a little.
$575.
Yeah, exactly. And people will go crazy over it.
It's $25 cheaper.
Yeah,
and man. I get it in hand. I don't have to wait 2 weeks for shipping.
Yeah,
2 weeks for this, that, the third. They get lost.
Correct. Yeah, that's a good little tip to
people like shoes in hand.
Yes, and they like to catch a deal.
Right.
So literally dropping your price like 5% sometimes. And again, don't be a penny pincher when it comes to the market. Yes, we all know the shoe's worth $600, right? But think about it and weigh it out. If you hit that shoe for retail like you did, Migz, right?
Right.
You're already
in the
quadrupled your income on it. Like it's fine. It's fine. Okay, to hit a little bit on that resale price so you can roll that into the next one.
Right.
Question of the week.
Yeah.
All right. We need to get like some bullhorns and like me, right?
Yeah, we got to do that.
All right. So, what is the sneaker of the year? I'll start with you first, Migz. Give me your lineup of what you
My
think the
lineup-
sneaker of the year is going to
My
be.
sneaker of the year, it has to be the Ma Maniéres. That's
Just
my
just
sneaker
offer
of
it.
the year.
Sweet.
It's just such a unique shoe. Personally, the Forest is my favorite silhouette.
Yeah. I love how it's up right now too.
Right.
It's really in.
It is. They're making a lot, and they're coming out with good colorways.
Yeah, solid ones. They kind of like they're hip to it.
Right.
I need to still buy my black canvases, but that's another time.
We'll
of day.
find you a pair.
Yeah, I need to put the time and focus towards
Right.
it. So what
that's my sneaker of the year.
Yeah.
I like the colorway, and I like the packaging.
Yeah.
And it's just a dope shoe.
It is. I like the little like detail stud that's on the
Right.
back of the heel.
Yeah.
Well, that's on the side, like the
That's
midsole
cool.
kind of.
I like the quilted, the traditional Ma Maniére. I believe all of their shoes are quilted inside.
I love that. They know what the people want.
Right.
They know what the people want. The only thing, so I love this shoe too. I think it's definitely in the running for the top sneaker of the year. Definitely easily in the top 10. Easily. Maybe even the top 5. The only thing that I would critique about that shoe, you might not want to hear it, is the eyelets on the 4. They
changed it.
Yeah,
I was looking at that.
I love when a Jordan 4. So there's just particularly about me, I love with different silhouettes when they tap into the traditional kind of colorways.
Right.
And that's something that I know I loved is the eyelets. When the eyelets match that midsole, like when it's just the same color, it's just a fire silhouette.
Right.
It's a compliment to
And
the
then
silhouette.
going on
in
the
my opinion.
eyelets, before the eyelets were like a hard plastic, they were a TPU.
Yeah.
Now
yeah.
I
Now
think
it's
it's
just
all
like rubber.
silicone. It's one piece. It used to be
Yeah,
2
yeah.
pieces.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're right.
It used
Yeah,
to be
you're
2
right.
pieces. I was
Wow.
looking at an older pair. So I was going through my collection, and the oldest pair I have is from 2011,
Nice.
and
It's
and
a
I
4?
was- It's not a 4. It's the Bordeaux 7s.
Oh, okay.
That's also in my top 5.
That's
favorite shoes.
That's literally my favorite Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that
The-
same
the
release
color
you're talking
blocking is
about.
great.
I love the detail on that too. Is how I loved how all the tongues were unique and differently
Right.
stitched. I love the metal lace tips on him. I
Yeah.
love the suede. Dude, I could.
It was a great shoe.
Oh man, it was beautiful. Then they dropped it again in 15, and
And it
literally
wasn't-
just like
It
that's
wasn't
the one I
same.
wear mostly now, just because I haven't had the time to hunt for that,
Right.
2012 pair. But yeah, they definitely did not do it justice a few years later.
Right.
Sweet. So what else are your top picks for
Then some
shoe of the year?
honorable mentions.
Yeah,
I love the
I
patent
love that.
bread
Some honorable
ones.
mentions. Yeah, that's a good one.
That
That's
was
a
a
good
good
one.
shoe.
That's a good one, man. I love that one.
It's just a classic colorway.
Love it.
With the patent touch.
Mm-hmm.
So that was great. The Lost and Founds, that's
Yeah.
up there. I
Yeah.
love that shoe, but at the end of our show, I'll tell you the story of why I'm upset.
I think I know with it. I'm not gonna jump into it, but yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
It's a
stick
little
around.
personal. It's a little personal.
The Turtle Dove 350
Mm-hmm.
that restocked. I always wanted a pair of
Me too.
original V1 350s. I had the Pirate Blacks,
Mm-hmm.
and at the time, I think I paid what were they, $200, and they were going for like $1,800. I was in college. I think it was my last year in college, and I didn't have a job yet, so I'm like, well, I had a job, but it wasn't like a high paying job. I was working part time at Macy's selling colognes,
Hey.
and that was a great job actually. I enjoyed it. But
Yeah.
that's for a different day. So I said, do I sell these shoes and walk away with $1,400, or do I wear them? And the logic in me said sell them.
Yeah. You did the right choice.
Yeah, and then
But now you're in a way better position. The market's way lower now. So you're good.
Right.
So you came up, man. It's all about patience, right?
Yeah, because I know they're reselling now for maybe 500-600.
Yeah. Chop it right in half. So
Right.
something like that is way more reasonable. You never know where trends are going to take things, and re-releases happen frequently, like you said.
Right.
Yeah, it sucks to even if you have that shoe, sometimes it sucks to let it go, but it'll always make your way back at some point, right?
Right.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and then the last honorable mention, just because of the hype, and it's such a good color blocking.
It is.
It's all black. You can't go wrong. The Phantom Black Travis One lows.
Yeah. I love the detail and the stitching on it.
Yeah, and I like how they added the, what was it, a B on one of the heels?
That's what I was getting at, yeah.
It gives me that Gucci vibe.
It gives me like Patron vibes.
Oh yeah, Patron does have the B on.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm showing kind of what's on my mind right now.
Weekend.
yeah, right. I love that. Sweet, man. Sweet.
All
That's
right.
a good selection.
How about yourself?
I'm excited. All right. So for me, my mentions are the Mamacita. Is that how you pronounce them? Is it proper pronunciation? Mamacita. Kobe's.
Mambacita.
Yeah, Mambacita. ¿Por qué? Yeah, man, that's definitely one of them. That's just the history of that shoe is just like it's just crazy.
What it stands
right?
for.
What it stands for, the events behind it,
the legacy.
The legacy, yeah, that's kind of where I was getting at. I think that shoe's definitely in the running for shoe of the year, just because it's more than just a shoe, and that's usually what makes a really unique shoe. Yeah, it's like when you see it on somebody's feet, the feelings it brings to you, right? The reflection of it. So that's definitely in the running for me. As you know, the black canvas, like that's literally, I don't know.
Go wrong. That shoe is just great.
I don't know why I'm obsessed with this shoe. Again,
canvas shoes.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want to say the first all canvas Jordan I owned was probably the J Balvin's.
Nice.
And there's just something about just having the canvas material.
Yeah,
it makes the shoe so unique.
I love funky materials on a shoe. Canvas, corduroy.
Yeah.
The Sean Witherspoons, the 97s, like that's literally one of my top 5 shoes also. I just love funky materials. So the black canvas is definitely one of mine. Another one that I'm gonna shout out is the Joe Fresh, the New Balances.
Oh, those are nice.
Yeah, dude, that's...
I had that shoe.
Yeah.
It was my size too. But I sold them.
Yeah, naturally, yeah. I like that one because New Balance is like, they're in. They're in hard. The CEO released a statement saying how he's so excited that they attract a younger and a different generation because
traditionally,
go ahead, say it.
The New Balance are, the dad shoe.
The dad shoe.
I'm aware the high shorts and go to Target.
With the
polo.
Yeah, with the polo, some shorts,
tucked in polo.
Yeah, the brown belt, no name brand socks, comes up to the ankle, and those white, blue, and blackish, New Balances. I don't even know the model number of them. I just know them as a dad shoe.
550?
I have no idea.
I don't know what they are.
But they come in black versions too. And I worked at Olympia. I used to move those like butter, man. Like people come and be like, yeah, I need 3 sizes of these. I'm like,
I need 3 of these.
Yeah. So so that Joe Fresh, I really like it. It's a dope colorway. I like how they're positioning themselves to make that a long term trend,
right?
And then also the last one I'm gonna one of the last 2 I'm gonna mention is definitely obviously the Lost and Founds classic shoe. Can't go wrong with it. Great twist on it. If you don't know, they're coming out with the reimagined 3s that are very similar to kind of the look and feel of that. Really excited for those. Another shoe I'm gonna kind of throw in there too is, it looks very similar to Black Cements, but the from this year.
Oh,
the Black Elephants, I believe is what they're called. The elephant print, the 3s. Yeah, I like those because it's basically the same exact shoe, just a different color on the elephant print, and I think that's low key kind of a sleeper show. But I'll have to go with my favorite shoe of the year.
Let's hear it. Drum roll.
I know, and I'm really torn to do it, but I'm going to say the Mambacitas just because of the legacy and everything kind of it stands for. But just know that I really think the Black Canvas are like the shoe of the year too. Yeah. I gotta go that way.
All right, nothing wrong with that. I like your pick.
All right, so let's jump into the next segment. Low key Phillips for the week, and we can spend some time on that, man.
All right, yeah, no, definitely one of the best low key flips of any week would be any dunk low.
Yeah,
there's so many dunk lows coming out.
It's hard to keep track.
They've dropped like college school teams like Miami, what else? Kentucky, Oregon, and so on, and they don't really flip for much. But if you get the right customers, this is where you tap into your customer base.
Yeah,
and you put them out, you can make $20-$30. Since dunks are relatively still so cheap, they're $110.
Correct.
You could sell them for $150, make
which
$40.
is a solid price. Dunks, even if it is like a shoe that's going for retail, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah. It seems like what you're saying, Migz, is the importance of doing the hard work of finding buyers and sellers.
Right. That's the most important thing. 'Cause you could have 100 shoes, and if you don't have anyone to buy them, they're gonna sit there. You're gonna lose money. You're gonna be sitting on money. Or if you're buying 100 shoes and your only buyers are these apps that charge 15, 13, 12%, and now you're only, instead of making $40 selling it locally, you're gonna make $4 or $5 or break even.
Yeah.
Then what's the point?
You got to talk to people. You have to network with people. You have to get out into society. A lot of people that get massive amounts of sneakers, it's like a give and take. From what I see is like they're so good at securing the sneaker, but they're so not good at networking with people.
Right. And
they think that it's not important. They think they need to focus all their energy on just literally getting the shoe.
Yeah, and some people are just weird. Like, you talk to them and then
they lack the soft skills of networking.
They're not good at negotiating or closing on a deal, or
don't want to work with you.
And then they won't respond for like 3 days. And then when they respond, then you're like, oh, I already moved on from that.
Yeah, already copped this shoe 7 times.
Bought it
Thanks
from someone else. You took too long.
Yeah.
Or you make a deal and then they just flake.
Or you make a deal with them and you're like, somebody else offered me $6.42, a little bit more, so I'm gonna go with them. And then they flake on them, and then they're like, "Oh, hey, does that?" And I'm like, "No, just kick rocks."
Right.
Be professional about it.
We agree on a price, and then 2 days later, oh, someone offered me $5 more. I'm like, okay, so you're gonna ruin a relationship over $5?
Yeah.
For someone that's probably never gonna come back to you?
No, absolutely not.
Exactly.
Absolutely not. But yeah, dunk lows is definitely a sleeper. I personally haven't even tapped into that yet. But you just bringing it up now makes me want to.
There's so many. Like the peach dunk lows that came out.
Okay.
Maybe 2 weeks now.
Sweet.
I had 25 pairs, and
half
of them I sold them locally. It made about $40 profit. I sold them for $150 each.
Love that.
And then the other half, I got a buddy to bulk sell them for me, where I made $10 each, but I got rid of 11 to one person.
Yeah. How did you source them?
With my Nike accounts.
There you go. Spot on, man. Spot on. All right. Anything else about just kind of alternative investments and stuff like that? This is a segment, for those who don't know, this is a segment that we're going to start doing, that we're going to be opening it up to basically like how we've utilized sneaker resale for other things or whatever, or just other types of investments we got going on.
Right.
But
how's the house search?
Yeah, I'm still trying to. So for those who don't know, me and my partner, my significant other, we invest in the real estate. We have multiple buildings that we started buying a few years ago, which I was able to source and use the capital from sneaker resale to do so. But yeah, we're trying to get our third investment, man. It's not easy. The market right now is kind of helping us a little bit. I'm also a realtor, so I kind of have a really good perspective of it. It's it's more in the buyer's court right now. The ball has drifted more to the buyer side as compared to what it was
when it was
even
a
months
seller's
ago.
market.
Yeah. You could sneeze as a seller and make a massive amount of money,
Right.
but not the case anymore. It helps us a little bit, so we kind of have the wind at our back. We're really trying to do and source an opportunity in real estate, what's called seller financing.
Yeah.
Because we are what's called buy and hold investors, right? So we're buying for the cash flow on the month-to-month basis, right? So that's really what we're trying to do, because if you're in a situation with a seller financer, a seller that's willing to finance the deal, they play the bank. So you come up with your own terms, you come up with your own interest rate, you come up with your own down payment, and you just basically make that between you and the seller. And that's really what we're looking for, man, because that's like right now, the people that have bought houses years ago, they have awesome interest rates. They have money that's, tucked away. If we buy it, do that transaction, we're going to get smacked with an interest rate that's probably twice as much. So we really don't want to do that. And most of the time, when people own a house outright, they're willing to do those seller financing. So that's what we got going on. We've saw a property.
Best of luck.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'll make sure to keep you in the loop. But we saw a property not too long ago that we're kind of in the middle of negotiating, seeing how we can really make it work. It's a 4-unit. Yeah.
Awesome.
Sweet. So how about you?
Hear that. I'm trying to sell some kicks, so I don't have to come out of pocket, so I could remodel my bathroom.
There you go. I love it.
Exactly. Why spend my money? When I can make money selling shoes and do things around the house or save for another house.
Yeah, man.
But, definitely on the roadmap, I'm gonna demo my whole bathroom and get rid of the tub and do a shower.
Nice.
And that's probably the last thing that my unit needs.
Yeah. I urge you to keep in mind about the tub. Renters love tubs for the kids.
Yeah.
So definitely just keep that in the back of your mind. If you could figure out,
get a newer tub. The issue is my tub is probably original to the house.
Oh yeah, they all are.
And I had it enamel coated when I bought the house. It was like $400-500 to get it enamel coated.
If you do that now, it's now like $800. Just saying. I'm looking into the same reason because I'm remodeling my bathroom the last week.
Exactly. That's why
of this year.
Yeah, if I'm gonna go spend $800 to enamel coating, it's only gonna last 4 or 5 years before it peels away. I might as well take that money and demo it. Get my tiles. They were set improperly, so half of them are broken now.
Oh, crap.
So I need to redo the floors, and the tub needs to go because I don't want to enamel coat it. And I'll probably swap in, put a new tub because that is a good point. And it's things that you don't think at the moment.
Yeah, man. So sorry to interject real quick, but the thing with house hacking, because that's what we both do. And for those who don't know what house hacking is, you buy a 2-fam or a 3-fam, right? Where there's 3 units, you live in it, your tenants pay your rent and your mortgage and all that, right? I'm sorry, your mortgage and your expenses, right? But you have to, like, while we're living there, it's hard not to go hard. Right. It's not hard. It's hard not to be like, I want granite quartz countertops, this and that,
top
right?
Of the line, but you have to remember, this is not your forever house.
Correct,
You're not going to live there forever. Yeah. I wanted it to be comfortable into my liking, so I put a little extra into my unit, but that's because my 3rd floor unit's really well done. Nice.
So you want it to match, obviously.
I wanted it to match.
If you're going mid-grade throughout the whole house, then you keep that trend. You don't ever really want, if you're gonna rehab something, you don't ever want to go like super low end on one unit, and then super top tier on the next, right?
Because it just creates imbalance, and then the issue I'm going through with my tenants is, so when I bought the house, the 1st floor and the 3rd floor were vacant, so they got completely gutted and remodeled. Nice. And then I came in and I didn't like the floors, so I redid my floors in my unit. I added different lighting fixtures that I liked, so I upgraded my unit that was already mid-grade to give it like a more mid-high end grade. And
it's really sometimes just those little touches, literally just doing, like, instead of getting $100 faucet, right, going to that $300 or maybe even $400 faucet, right? It sounds crazy to say that. However, dude, when you have people walk, like when you move out of there and you have people walk through, that faucet is gonna, they're literally gonna be like, I've never seen a updated, awesome, cool faucet that talks to me and play music before, like something crazy like that.
Yeah.
You're going to get that person sold because of those little features, right? And that's how that works.
That's how I got my new tenants into the third floor, because the third floor was completely remodeled, new cabinets. It has the quartz countertop. It has the nice ceramic floors. And when they walk the space, they're like, "Oh, we love it here. This looks like home."
Immediately, yeah. Sweet, man. Awesome.
The second floor, people been living there 15 years, so it's harder to work around them, and they feel some type of way because the first floor got remodeled and the third floor, and they feel left out. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess, but I didn't own the house. I didn't do those remodels, those initial remodels. I didn't do them.
Yeah, and then for you to update anybody's unit while they're living in there, it's like, dude, like I just don't. I
don't like disturbing people.
Yeah,
I had a couple electrical issues I had to handle, and just scheduling around people and with the workers,
schedules, and
the tenants. It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
And then if you're gonna do a kitchen, that's very disruptive because people gotta eat. It's gonna take 3 to 4 weeks, depending how fast the people can work. If the materials are in stock.
Yeah, and something too to consider. It's like they may say that as a tenant, right? They're like, yeah, I want a new kitchen, I want a new bath, but they're not going to be able to go through the process to do that. Right. So just it's a tough thing. And then the same
thing with a bathroom. You need to use the bathroom. You need a shower.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's just
if it's out of service for 3 weeks,
what are you doing?
I'm not putting you in a hotel. That's ridiculous.
No, sir.
I'd rather ask you to vacate the property. I'll remodel it and
get someone
new. Or if you guys are still around, come back in at a higher price.
Yeah, because nothing's for free.
Exactly.
Sweet. Awesome. Hey, I like that little tangent though. There's a little bit of game in there, man.
We
Sweet.
got a little bit of game and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Because as we know, we're both very versatile in like different industries and businesses, and that's why we started this podcast, right?
Exactly.
All right, man. Let's jump to the next segment, which is upcoming drops. Just bang through this, Migz. You got all that, man.
Upcoming drops. First, we have the Nike SB Sandy. Those dropped actually today. That dunk is cool. That's the one that has like the cutouts, and it has the transparent portions.
It's an eBay shoe.
Yeah, it's an eBay charity shoe. And like the ones for the charity came in individually numbered boxes. I think up to 10, and those were cool. And it even came with the hacksaw that was used to cut them.
Love that.
That's a cool shoe. I actually got a pair this morning.
Nice.
So I should have one for the next episode so we can showcase it.
Absolutely. That's exciting. Got the next one? You can just go down the list, bro.
So we have the Nike SB Concept Lobsters. This is what, their 4th or 5th pair.
Yeah.
This is the orange colorway. I had 2 pairs coming in. I was super excited. It was the limited Concepts edition box.
Nice.
The one that came with
the bricks,
the Metacom bricks, the Bear bricks.
Yeah, Bear bricks.
And they came in the big box. It was like a $400 package, and
love that.
It was
those are
selling
going for
$1,000.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, after waiting 3 weeks, both my orders got canceled, and the reason behind it was so generic. It said we couldn't verify your payment information. I'm like, well, you could have taken the money out of my account and put a hold on my account.
Yeah, exactly.
For 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Super, super crazy, man. Got some more, some New Balances on there. Sand be the time.
I have those coming in.
Nice.
Yeah, these are awesome. They remind me of the Joe Fresh.
Yeah.
They're similar colorway, that pinkish tan hue. They were $220, I want to say, $225, and they're going for about $300.
Sweet, that's a nice flip.
They're coming out on 12/22 for the general public.
That's pretty soon.
I got them 2 weeks ago during the initial release.
Nice. I love how they release like sneakers a little bit more because it gives you multiple opportunities, right?
Right.
Then we have was it George Green?
Yeah.
George Green.
The
George Green High 1. It's coming out the 20th of December. This one, does it have a metal, like a metallic swoosh on it? Is that the one?
No,
No, that's
no,
a medium gray I'm thinking about.
no. The medium gray has like that. Is like that fur material throughout the shoe.
Oh, similar to the twist.
Like the twist.
Yeah. So
But
those George
yeah,
Greens,
the George Green, I'll definitely drop those. I don't like the color blocking.
Yeah.
I'm not paying too much attention to them.
Yeah. Got a quad 54. Quad, what is this?
The Jordan 7, I think it's pronounced Quai 54.
Quai 54.
That's like a Euro League.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a Euro League.
I remember the 5s were pretty popular.
The 5s were popular.
Yeah.
Some of them go for a lot of money. Some of them don't.
Oh, yeah. It's like pretty hit or miss with that colorway.
Keep looking at the market.
I think it's a market call, right?
Yeah.
Like if there's interest in it
with interest, I'll go for it. But right now, I'm probably gonna drop it.
Yeah,
I don't like the colorway on it.
I would definitely drop those though. Even if they were kind of, no, I lied. If there was definitely some good resale value, I probably would jump into it. Then we got the Air Jordan 13 Black UNC. Hey, listen, that's
a good color combo.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of people like 13s.
Yeah.
A lot of older people
older
like 13s.
Collectors, yeah.
So that might be a pitch to the client base.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here, yeah.
To catch their reaction. If I get enough people with interested in it, all right, I'll grab a few pairs. But if not, I'll skip to the next one.
For sure. And then we mentioned this one already, but the medium grays.
I love this shoe.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this is definitely a cop for me. Most likely going to be a flip. It's dropping 12/22 this December, and it's basically it's a high
version
twist,
of the twist. And the twist was such a low key shoe. I don't think it ever came out like massively.
Yeah,
it came out to like a couple stores that had them, and people didn't pay attention to them.
I was just gonna say they were dropping and they weren't reselling for anything, and
then
TikTok happened or whatever happened. Instagram Reels happened. People were like,
it was the Panda wave. Yes. They got caught with the Pandas because it's such a similar colorway, that white and black blocking.
People fell in love with that, with the twists, especially the ladies. The ladies love those. They pay so much money towards them. And then the next shoe we have is it's an off-white shoe, the Air Terra Forms Wheat and Summit White, dropping the 21st of December.
Those are ugly as hell.
Yeah, I don't know where they were really going with that.
They remind me,
like graffiti on them. Is that
it's an ugly shoe. They're like the Kygers, or what's that other shoe with the spikes on them? They fall into like that obscure running shoe category.
Then you talk about the lows that off-white like low running shoe with the spikes. They're like track shoes.
I don't like them. I don't think they're gonna sell.
Not a big fan of those at all. But all right, let's go to the next segment, the upcoming drops. Oh wait, did I?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the return. Oh my god. The return of
the unbreakable.
You cannot make the shoe go down less than $200.
Can't do it.
The Panda Dunk coming back January 20.
If you've been trying to get a Panda Dunk for the last year and you have not touched, reselling might not be your thing.
Right. Because they come out every month. I think they've came out every month for the last since September now.
Yeah. No, they have.
Or August.
Yeah. And Nike
they come out in good quantity. They come out in the 20, 30,000 range.
Nike is pumping these things out. They know their vibes. They know that they can turn this potentially into the next Air Force One.
Right.
And they are going to run it until it's dry. Until
it goes down to under retail.
And I'm thinking of this now. They may keep pumping this out until it dries up a little bit, and then they just sit on it for like 4 or 5 years and not even touch it, re-release it, and then it comes all the way back again. They know what we like. They know how to manipulate the heck out of us. So that may happen.
All right. Yeah, let's get to our final segment.
Sweet.
We could run through this quickly.
Yeah.
So this is where my sad story comes.
This is the time.
Nike has a problem with mold.
They do.
It's awful.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
My personal pair of Lost and Founds. I went through all the pairs I had, and when I got to my pair, I open it and I see like this web-like substance on one of them. I'm like, oh, is that just product of them
Is that
aging the shoe?
Is that glue?
Is that glue? And
No,
then as I
it's
continue to
not.
unwrap it, it gets worse. Like the whole shoe was
Oh,
covered
man.
in mold. It was green and white, and it just I didn't want to touch it. It was disgusting. And then
Sheesh.
I was just looking into them. I'm like, what can I do to fix this?
Yeah.
The internet was telling me do 50% water, 50% vinegar solution, and wipe it off. Steam it, get it cleaned. I'm like, I'm not doing any of that. There was freaking mold in the shoe. If it was just on the
It was
outs-
in the
It
shoe?
was in the shoe. That's when I said, yeah, I'm not doing any of this. But luckily,
Oh,
if
man.
you have mold on your shoes, Nike will refund you. Just get on support and they'll give you your money back. They told me keep the shoe. I'm like, I'm not gonna do anything with this shoe. I'm gonna go toss this somewhere.
Yeah. So what'd you end up doing with the shoe? You kept
The shoe's sitting in my kitchen now.
Yeah, just trying to figure it out. Hey, at least you got your money back though.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
got
good
my
sign.
money back.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted the shoe, and now the shoe. This is why I think the shoe's gonna keep going up, because it wasn't just me. Across Discord, I saw so many people posting their moldy pairs throughout Twitter. So many people posted their moldy pairs.
Yeah, man, it's
So
unfortunate.
that's taking pairs out of circulation.
Immediately. So it's
Immediately.
making it more finite. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I was looking at the prices today.
Mhm.
I was gonna pick up a pair for 200.
That's a pickup.
Yeah, and then when I went to look at it today, it was at 260. After fees, it would have probably brought me closer to 300. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not paying 300 for this shoe.
Yeah, for a GR. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Maybe, I mean, again, like in a few years, it definitely would be worth. In a few years, we would wish that we paid $300 for him.
Right.
But that's in a few years for sure. It might not be the right call now, but sorry that happened to you, brother.
It is what it is.
We got
It
my
wasn't
personal pair right here, sitting here, unmoldy,
I'm gonna
untouched.
kick it.
I was very fortunate to get a few pairs my size, and I had the option of like choosing between like two pairs that were my size, and I was like, I love that. I love that when you can like pick, because like all shoes, even though they're the same colorway, same shoe, same size,
Right.
they're still so different.
Exactly.
You look at them and you're like, wow, like this one has like a little bit of a longer tongue, or if this one has, you know, I don't know, just a different shape or whatever. So I literally critique it and look at it and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go with this one. And I obviously sold the other one.
Right.
But
Yeah, then the
Yeah.
next issue, Nike's, every hype drop, they have scaling issues. They
Mm.
need to get some developers. They need to get some server upgrades.
yeah,
They need to handle the volume. They know this by now. When the Lost and Founds dropped, I
the
think a
site
lot
blew
of
up.
people
The site blew
couldn't
up, dude.
enter. It was a 10-minute draw, and people were trying for 10 minutes,
And it wasn't working.
frustrated,
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
enter the raffle.
Mm-hmm. That's how I got a majority of my pairs. And I literally, like, one of the things that I do, I leverage multiple different things on release days. However, but I just stay consistent with it. Keep entering, keep trying,
Right.
because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, kill the app, open it, kill the app,
Kill the
open
app,
it.
open it, yeah.
reload,
upgrade
reload.
your phone.
Yeah.
Like, if there's an upgrade, like, do all of that stuff.
Turn your Wi-Fi on and off.
Yeah,
Try on
that's-
Wi-Fi, try on cellular.
Yeah. Just keep trying.
Keep trying. Yeah, then this is a fun one. StockX drops the 100% authenticity label. They
Yeah.
instead opted to sell shoes as StockX verified, whatever the hell that means. We know
Yeah.
StockX has issues selling fakes in the past,
Mm-hmm.
and now to avoid those issues, they don't call the shoe 100% authentic. They just call it StockX verified.
So they're looking at the shoe, making sure it's
The shoe looks
you're
okay.
making sure the shoe is a shoe. They're making sure that it's not worn, and they're making sure the box is in
Destroyed.
eye condition. So that's
That's
StockX
StockX
verification
verification.
for you. Okay, so you don't know if you're getting a real shoe.
That's why you gotta shop with your local guys.
I was just, man,
you gotta
this guy.
locally source sneakers. You
Yeah.
could trace them back to an actual store.
Correct. So this is the cool thing about it, though, right? Being a local reseller, questions of authenticity are obviously the main things that get brought up to you, right? So for me personally, how I combat this is, hey, if you come to me, well, first of all, I know what a real and a, like,
Right.
I have educated myself and I've taken time,
To
resources, and money to make sure I'm selling authentic shoes, right?
Always.
And if I get something that isn't authentic, I'm telling that customer, hey, listen, we got to go back to the drawing board. I need more time to secure that
Right.
shoe or whatever, right? But we know the importance of selling authentic shoes, right? We know that if we sell one fake shoe,
That's your whole reputation.
That's your reputation, right? So there's a big, we local resellers have that standard over their head. If they're a good reseller, they have that standard over their head.
They want to have the real stuff.
Correct.
Always.
Absolutely. So there's that. So that's another reason why, hey, who knows? We may have an influx of people coming to us. And ever since the drama with StockX has happened, I have had a spike in business for sure.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you saw that. Have you seen that too?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people
even ask me all the time, is StockX even legit? I'm like,
it's hit and miss.
50-50.
It's hit and miss.
You never know. You never know who sent the shoe to StockX. 'Cause there's no buyer to trace back to.
No.
Like when you're buying on eBay, you're talking to an actual person.
Which is
You
great.
could ask for additional photos. You could ask for proof.
Yeah.
And go from there.
100%. So that's a big one. That's a big one that's really going to help us out as resellers. And then I think this is the last big one to really hit on is Adidas making plans to basically
continue the Adidas non-Yeezy line.
I hate that. I'm not a big fan of that.
I'm not gonna support it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
I wonder how other, like I personally feel like authentic sneaker collectors, kind of like people that we are similar to. I personally feel like they're all gonna have a shared viewpoint of it, which is like, F corporate America, kind of like we're not gonna support this. So there may be a stand up there, but I feel like the general public, they're gonna be like,
yeah,
I like it. I'm gonna buy it.
Oh, I'm gonna get a Yeezy, especially if they come at
a little bit cheaper now,
50% off.
Yeah,
since they're not paying the royalties.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna like, all right, whatever. It's just an Adidas XYZ.
Correct. Yeah, right.
It's gonna be similar to when Adidas
just
first
lost
started.
the two E's in the middle, right?
Right. It was when Adidas first started the collaboration, and they were putting out like the tubulars and all those shoes that were.
They went crazy.
They resembled the Yeezys, and people were buying them up.
Yeah, and at the same time, it was putting a lot of strain on Yeezy though, on Kanye, because I don't know about you, but if I just signed a multi-million-dollar deal with somebody for my name and for a shoe
designs and then you're gonna drop similar like designs for a quarter of the price.
That's weird.
Right.
Just really shiesty.
Exactly.
Pooh shiesty.
We got the Pooh shiesty Nike hats.
Yeah.
Mask.
Pay resale for them.
It's crazy. Those are really
people are making money on those.
People are making money.
Buying them for like 15, selling them for 40, 50.
It's insane.
60. Alrighty.
All right, yeah, we just made it to the last part of our show and our in-hand review of the two lucky shoes that we have on our table.
Sweet.
You want to start off with the lost and founds?
I'll get after it, yeah. All right, so the great thing about this shoe is that obviously it's a play on the traditional Chicago Jordan 1, which was obviously the first and the most significant Jordan to ever release, right? For those who don't know, when Jordan, and he was drafted in 85, I believe.
Yeah.
He was drafted in 85. He got a sneaker deal not too long ago after. Which was actually the same year, I believe. He was fined every game that he put
for wearing these
shoes right here, right? So there's a huge history behind it. It's dope. It's great. Is the
history on the tongue?
What's up?
Is the history on the tongue?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's just some Nike
disclaimer. Yeah.
Disclaimers.
Yeah. Let me see.
And copyright.
Yeah, all that stuff. So this shoe is massive, man. For this shoe to release, people feel attached to that history, right? Yeah, it's a play on it, right? It's obviously
It has that aged look to it.
yeah, it has the aged look. One significant part is the like oxidized sole.
Yeah.
So
And
basically,
I think that was the problem with the
yeah.
mold. Whatever process they did to make the shoe worn and break the leather
yeah,
was probably involving some sort of liquid, some sort of water.
yeah, that just wasn't received well in these
Right.
warehouse conditions, right? So that's probably how it, how it was formed. So yeah, so on the bottom we have the oxidized sole. So we still have the traditional stars on the on the front of the shoe, which is one of my favorite aspects of a Jordan 1. And then we have on the mid paneling in the toe box white leather that is all cracked up and all aged. It's still beautiful, which is dope. And then on the black portion of the heel, we have all that leather that's cracked up and stuff like that. And like you were saying, that's where a predominant amount of the mold was. It was on this black portions, right?
Right.
Man, I just realized that I might have sold the wrong pair. This one was defected a little bit. Yeah, whatever it is, what it is.
By intention.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this is a dope pair of shoes. I love how they kept the black swoosh just regular. They didn't really touch that. And then yeah, it comes with two. Oh, last part I really forgot was
it came with the white and black laces.
Yeah, the white and black laces, but the the sole. I'm sorry. What is this? The tongue. I'm spacing right now. All right, the tongue is like an off-white. There's like a hue to it. Color. It's a sail, yeah. I love an icy tongue on a Jordan 1. Satin ones.
Right.
They're so icy and blue and beautiful. But they obviously need to make this look aged, so they went with the off-white. So overall,
it's a good shoe.
This is a great shoe.
I give it 10 out of 10.
Yeah, well, absolutely. It was made well.
I'll give it until I get my pair. It's a 1 out of 10 because of the mold issue.
Yeah, no, that's really a crazy thing to come of it. First time ever hearing that.
Right. I've been buying Jordans. I'm 29. I've been buying Jordans. Well, my parents have been buying Jordans for me since I was 5. And I've never seen or received a pair of shoes with mold.
Yeah, super weird. Oh, and I forgot the box is obviously aged too.
Oh, the box is awesome. I like that detail.
We have it right here. Oh, jeez. And so we have a sale sign, sale stickers on the front.
How much was a pair of Jordans in '85? Probably
like $12 and a gumball. That's probably what they wanted for a pair of Jordan 1s at that time. No, it was probably like 50 or 60 bucks. Yeah, maybe 65, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then
would it say it on the original mock-up receipt that
I think provide? it says the mock-up. And did you hear that they made these because they
were $49? I think that's what it says.
Oh, there you go.
$49.
Did you hear that they made these as another way to make it harder to?
Really?
Yeah, to make it harder to scam these off, right?
That's good.
I mean, it makes sense. It's definitely gonna be one of the most next year. It's definitely gonna be one of the most fake Jordans ever.
Oh yeah, when the factories get the techniques and the technology, I'm sure they already have it. I saw a video this morning of people mass producing fake Travis lows.
I saw that too. So on the paper there's actually some history right here. It says that it's like a newspaper printout. It's for
$29.99. Is that what it is?
First quality.
Yeah, regular price.
Yeah.
60 bucks. And it was on sale for $30. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. I would be a millionaire.
Yeah.
I would literally be a millionaire.
We had to do the calculation to adjust for inflation.
Yeah, right.
What was $30 in 85?
Something wild. You want to run through your sneaker of the year?
Yeah, definitely. Sneaker of the year. We have the Ma Maniere's Force. It's just the color. I can't. It by description is a violet, but in hand It's like a brown,
Yeah.
purple hue,
Yeah.
and it's like it's not suede.
Mm-hmm.
It's not nubuck.
Yeah.
But it's like a fine. What would you call this? Maybe it is suede. It's like
I
a
believe
fine suede leather.
Yeah, I believe it might be a nubuck material on it for sure.
It comes with the tag. I wouldn't wear it with the tag, but
If you wear your sneakers with the tag, don't listen to our show.
especially if it's a green tag with an X on it.
Nah, we're finding you, and it's over for you.
But yeah, no, this shoe is great. The build is amazing. I love the sail.
Midsole, yeah, that definitely
that
does
goes
it.
into the purple heel and sandwich.
So now hear me out. Wouldn't that be so fly if that sail was on these eyelets? Oh man! But
That's
all right,
why
so
they gotta hire us.
Yeah, I know. I digress. Go ahead, continue your review.
Then we have the Ma Maniére logo and branding on the tongue, and then the traditional Jordan flight.
Mm-hmm.
Inside is that quilted material throughout.
Amazing.
It's quilted inside. It's quilted in the sole. The sole has some sort of tag on it. Ma Maniére season 2022, and inspired by the street culture, fashion, and the best athlete in history.
That's dope.
And it's signed by Michael Jordan himself and approved. This is an awesome sole.
What?
It's even quilted.
Dude, this
the whole
is
sole
crazy.
is quilted.
Nah, man, they didn't cheap out on these.
They didn't. Then we have the Ma Maniére metal stud logo.
Mm-hmm.
And traditional Nike Air on the back. This shoe is just classic.
Yeah.
This shoe's timeless.
Touching that insole just it literally gave me like a flashback to when I was in high school. I had the backflip threes. Do you remember the backflip threes?
The flip threes.
The flip threes, that's what they were.
Leather
Yeah.
in the inside.
Leather
and the outside was all elephant print.
Love it.
I love that shoe.
That's one of my favorite shoes, yeah.
I'm gonna age myself. Well, I already said my age earlier, but I had the Sidekick 3 at the time.
Ooh,
and
making moves.
And there was a guy that used to customize the backs of the Sidekick, and I commissioned him to paint the back of my Sidekick in elephant print to match that shoe.
Love that.
Yeah,
that's pretty lit.
Good times.
He's probably making money. Would he charge like $60?
Yeah, it was like 40. I think it was like $40-$50.
Man, I miss the times when things were cheaper.
And it was hand painted, and it was great.
Yeah, now something like that will run you like $150.
Oh, I like this too. On the heel tab, it's about where you're going. Signed, Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm. And I think the other one has a different.
The other shoe has a different Jordan quote.
Yeah,
I like Jordan quotes. That was my high school yearbook was a Jordan quote. And if I remember it correctly, it sounds bad when it starts, but it gets better. It's be selfish going through your journey.
Yeah. Think
about yourself at first, and then once you make it, branch out and reach out
and give back. Yeah, no, that's natural, man, because you need to establish yourself first.
Right.
And that, I think
you can't grow without focusing on yourself first.
I think that quote just really is just self-love.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like you establish yourself first, make sure you're good, and then when you're able to,
don't forget and give back.
Mm-hmm. Love that. All right, brother, you ready for this outro?
Yeah, let's go.
All righty.
We had a good session.
Yeah, this was a great episode. I'm so excited for it. So we're just basically going to tie it all back in. Obviously, we talked about in the first few sessions, segments of the show, how little tidbits on how you could really boost up your resale game, specifically when it comes to buying and selling to your own buyers and sellers, right?
Exactly.
So,
or making new connections, establishing yourself in the game.
Yeah, because this is a team sport, right? Business is a team sport.
Right.
It is based off of individual efforts, but it is a team sport at the end of the day. All right, but at the end of we're at the end of our episode. please like, share, comment,
And
you know,
smash that like button.
smash that subscribe button and that like button.
Share
and
it to your friends.
Yeah, send it to everybody. Obviously, you know, if you need any assistance with any forms of sneaker reselling, reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to
Drop it in the comments.
Correct. And then, yeah, give us a follow. You can shoot over those questions to us. My sneaker business is Got Soul 401, GOTSOLE 401 on IG. And we got
Laced Up Season, LACEDUPSZN.
Yes,
Not
sir.
to be confused with season,
Yes.
the traditional spelling, or like one of my buddies says, sazon.
That's all. But awesome. Again, thank you for joining us on our episode. This is our third episode. More to come. More knowledge. More everything. More love, just for, you know, the culture. And I guess on that moment we can let this go out.
And don't forget, we got the Cherry 11s right there. We didn't talk too much about them, but that shoe, it just pops. Like, I've been looking at it on the corner of my eye. And it just
This whole time.
it just pops. It's such a vibrant shoe.
It definitely it's a sleeper shoe for sure.
And it's definitely the holiday shoe. Everyone's gonna go crazy for it next week, trying to get it for Christmas.
Yeah, I'm sitting on pairs. Can't wait.
Right.
Awesome. But all right, until next time.